Hello, dear one. Welcome to this sacred moment, a quiet space where your heart and mind can gently begin to remember something very powerful. You are meant to live a life of abundance. Yes, you. Right here, right now. Not someday in the far future. Not only for someone else more lucky or more deserving, but for you. The universe is always listening to the thoughts you think and the feelings you nurture. And it responds, not to fear, not to panic, not to striving, but to the energy of belief, love, and alignment. You are not broken, you are not behind, and nothing is too far gone to turn around. Just by being here, by listening, by opening your heart just a little, you are stepping into a new relationship with life, one that invites miracles. So take a breath, let your shoulders drop, let your heart rest for a moment. There's nothing to figure out right now, no pressure. This is a space of kindness. What we're doing is returning to a truth you may have forgotten. You are already worthy. You don't need to prove it. The river of wealth, the flow of joy and blessings, it has always been flowing. Sometimes the mind builds a dam of worry, fear, old stories, but the flow hasn't stopped. And together, we're going to melt away those blocks, not with force, but with softness, with compassion, with truth. You see, abundance isn't just about money. It's about support. It's about freedom. It's about having what you need when you need it. And this energy is not separate from you. You are made of the same loving substance that created worlds. When you think a loving thought, you align with that energy. When you feel hopeful, you become magnetic. When you release fear and choose peace, you make space for the universe to surprise you. Even now, you are surrounded by opportunities, support, and guidance. But if we've been taught to look through the lens of struggle, we miss it. If we believe it's always been hard, we keep expecting it to be hard. And that's okay. That's just conditioning. It's not your fault, but it is your moment to choose again. Just the simple willingness to say, I am open to something new, is enough to begin the shift. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to believe every word yet. You only need to begin. Wealth begins inside. It is not about what's in your wallet or your account. It's about the energy you carry, the thoughts you water, the feelings you feed. When you treat yourself with love, when you speak kindly to yourself, when you trust that good things are on their way, you become a living invitation for prosperity. You glow differently. Life starts showing up differently. You walk into a room and things begin to unfold with ease. And so, let's say something together, softly. I am open to receive. I am worthy of wealth. I invite miracles into my life. Say it once, or say it 100 times. Let it settle like sunlight in your body. Not as pressure, not as something to chase, but as a reminder. The more you speak to yourself with kindness, the more the universe echoes that kindness back to you. You are planting seeds right now. Every thought is a seed. Some grow fast, some take time, but the soil always responds. When you say, I am abundant, you are not lying to yourself. You are calling forth a truth that may have been buried. When you imagine yourself supported, when you picture blessings arriving with grace, you are not making things up. You are aligning your energy with what already exists in the field of possibility. You are tuning your inner station to the frequency of miracles. And yes, life may have taught you the opposite. Perhaps you learned that money only comes through hard work, or that people like you don't make it, or that dreaming big is foolish. But those are just beliefs, and beliefs are not permanent. They are learned, which means they can be unlearned, softened, and replaced. You can say gently, I used to believe that, but I am willing to believe something kinder now. This is not about pretending problems don't exist. This is not about faking positivity. This is about choosing a more loving thought, one moment at a time. A thought like, I am learning to trust life, or I am willing to see abundance in new ways. These are bridges. They don't deny the past. They honor your journey while opening the door to a different future. You don't need to leap. You only need to lean. Lean a little closer to love, a little further from fear. When a fearful thought arises, you don't have to fight it. You can simply place a kinder thought beside it. Like this, I may not know how, but I trust the path is being revealed. Or, I choose peace in this moment. You don't have to wait until everything is perfect to feel good. In fact, feeling good now, no matter what, is what makes the shift. Your emotions are not enemies. They are messengers. When you feel tense about money, instead of judging that feeling, you can listen. You can ask gently, what do I need to feel supported right now? And then respond with love. Maybe you take a breath. Maybe you write a few words. Maybe you place your hand on your heart and say, it's okay. I've got you. We're going to be all right. Wealth responds to love. It responds to softness. It responds to your willingness to treat yourself as someone worthy of joy. And you are. You always have been. Now, let's talk about the thoughts we carry, the ones that sometimes block the flow. Maybe you've heard yourself think, I never have enough, or money always slips away. These are not truths. They are patterns. And the beautiful thing about patterns is they can change. They are not set in stone. You are not stuck. And this is not your fate. You are a creator, not a victim. When you notice a heavy thought, you can say, thank you for showing me where I need love. And then offer yourself that love. Speak something different, even if it feels strange at first. Say, I am learning that life supports me, or it's safe to receive more than I need. These are not just words. These are instructions to your mind and invitations to the universe. So much of wealth is not what we're doing, but what we're believing. We could work day and night, but if we believe that money only comes with struggle, then we'll keep repeating that experience. But if we allow in the belief that ease is possible, then we open the door for that ease to find us. You are not lazy for wanting rest. You are not selfish for wanting more. Wanting wealth does not make you greedy. It makes you alive. It means you want to expand, to give, to enjoy, to live without the tight grip of fear. And that is beautiful. That is sacred. That is allowed. You are not here to barely survive. You are here to thrive. And as you begin to soften your thoughts and open your heart, the miracles will come. Maybe not always in the way you expect, but they will come because life loves you, because you are worthy, because you have chosen to say yes to yourself, and that yes ripples through everything. Now say with me, if it feels good, I release all fear around money. I trust that I am supported. I am ready to welcome wealth into my life. Let the words settle. There is no rush. This is a new beginning, not a race. A gentle return to the truth of who you are. Abundant, radiant, loved, and supported by a universe that wants to see you shine. There are thoughts that come like clouds, soft, passing, sometimes dark, but not permanent. Just like the sky, your mind can clear. And one of the most powerful ways to clear it is to gently notice what thoughts you are carrying about money, about receiving, about being supported, not with shame, not with judgment, but with loving curiosity. So often, the thoughts we think are not even our own. They are old echoes from childhood, from society, from generations before us. And that's okay. We're not here to blame. We're here to bless. We're here to release what no longer serves the life we're growing into. So take a moment to ask within, what do I believe about money? Let the answers come without resistance. Maybe you've been told it's selfish to want more, or people like us don't get ahead, or even you have to sacrifice everything to be successful. These beliefs may have been spoken to you or silently passed down through the way life unfolded. And though they were accepted for survival, they do not have to be carried forever. Now gently place your hand on your heart and breathe into that space. Let's speak a new truth. I am willing to release beliefs that block my good, not with pressure, not with a rush, just with a soft willingness. The moment you are willing, healing begins. You might begin to notice your language throughout the day. Catch the little phrases that drip scarcity into your energy. I can't afford that. That's too expensive. I'm always broke. These are spells spoken without realizing. And just as they were spoken, they can be unsaid, rewritten, replaced. You can pause and say instead, I'm choosing to wait until it aligns, or I'm creating space for greater flow. These new phrases feel lighter. They respect your journey and invite your abundance. One practice that brings light to these patterns is journaling. You can write down any belief about money that feels heavy, and beside it, write a new truth. For example, money is hard to keep becomes money flows to me easily and stays with me because I honor it with love. Each new sentence becomes a seed. And even if it feels unfamiliar at first, each time you write it, each time you say it, you water that seed with attention, and it begins to grow. Another practice is mirror work, simply looking into your own eyes, yes, yours with kindness, and saying, I love you, I support you, you are safe to receive. At first, it may feel silly, but this is one of the most healing things you can do, because when you become your own source of love, life reflects that back to you in all forms, including money. We don't need to fight the old beliefs. We only need to offer them love. When an old thought rises, like, I'm not worthy of wealth, just breathe and say, that's an old story, and I choose a new one now. This is how we become free, not by erasing our past, but by choosing again. Let's speak a new affirmation together. I lovingly release the old. I now accept new beliefs that support my prosperity. Say it slowly. Let it rest in your body like a warm blanket. The more you speak to yourself with love, the more love you allow into your world. And now that the space is beginning to clear, we can begin to plant what we desire. Visualization is one of the most tender and powerful ways to connect with the energy of wealth, not just in pictures, but in feelings, because the universe responds not to what we see, but to what we feel as true. So find a quiet place within. Close your eyes if it feels good. Picture a life where you feel free, where your needs are met with ease, where support arrives before you ask, where opportunities gently unfold, and money comes from expected and unexpected places. What do you see? What do you feel? Maybe it's a soft sense of relief or the excitement of knowing you are cared for. Let that feeling rise. Feel it in your body, not someday, not far away, but now. Let it wrap around you like sunshine. Smile if you feel moved. This is your vibration shifting. This is the moment your energy aligns with the truth of who you are, a worthy being, open to receive. This visualization is not a game of pretend. It's a rehearsal for your future. It's a message to life that says, yes, I'm ready. You don't need to know how it all unfolds. You only need to feel the feeling. The how is not your job. The feeling is. You can do this daily, just a few minutes in the morning or before bed. You are not asking or begging. You are aligning. And that is a powerful thing. Let yourself walk through your desired day in your mind. See yourself feeling peaceful, supported, generous. See the beauty in small moments. Let yourself feel rich, not in just money, but in life, in connection, in ease. Let's speak another affirmation if it feels right. I see myself living in abundance. I feel it now. I welcome it with joy. This is your new reality, gently arriving. And as this feeling grows, it begins to influence your actions, your choices, your tone. When you walk with the energy of wealth, life responds. You don't have to force things to happen. You allow. You trust. You follow the gentle nudges that come, a call to rest, a whisper to apply, a sense to reach out. These are not coincidences. These are answers to your energy. And now we arrive in one of the most beautiful truths, that your emotions are the magnets. They are your compass. When you are aligned emotionally with wealth, you draw it near. And that alignment is made not through perfection, but through peace, through gratitude, through presence. Ask yourself gently, what does it feel like to live in wealth? Not only in things, but in feelings. Maybe it feels like ease. Maybe it feels like calm. Maybe like spaciousness or joy. Now ask, what emotions bring me closer to that? What makes me feel free? These are the states to nurture. You can return to these feelings again and again. When fear arises, you don't have to push it away. You can soften it. Speak kindly to it. Thank it for trying to protect you. And then choose again. Choose a feeling that supports you, that uplifts you, that tells a better story. A beautiful practice is gratitude, not as a chore, not as a list to check off, but as a moment to feel, to breathe and say, thank you for what is, and thank you for what is coming. Gratitude opens the door wider. It says, I recognize the good. I make room for more. And this isn't just about big things. Even the smallest blessing counts. A warm cup of tea, a moment of quiet, a kind word. Say with me now, I am grateful for all I have. I am grateful for all that is coming. I live in a state of joyful expectancy. This is wealth. This is what miracles respond to. You are building something with every thought, every word, every feeling. And the more you gently choose those that support you, the more your world reflects that support. You are not alone in this. Life is with you, and it wants you to thrive. Just by listening, just by being willing, you are already stepping into a new vibration, one of peace, one of prosperity, one of quiet, steady joy. And from this place, miracles come easily. Sometimes the body speaks before the mind catches up. When you think about wealth, notice how your body responds. Is there a tightening in your chest, a heaviness in your belly, a tension in your shoulders? These are gentle signals, not signs of failure, but invitations. The body always tells the truth, and it is always willing to be soothed. When you bring awareness to how your body feels around money, you begin to create space for healing. The body remembers every story you've ever been told about what is possible and what is not. But the beautiful truth is, just like thoughts, the body can learn a new story. So take a moment now, sit or stand softly, breathe into your chest, relax your jaw, place your hands on your heart or your belly, wherever feels safe, and speak kindly. It's safe for me to feel ease around money. Let that truth move through your body, not just your mind. You may feel a shift, a softening, maybe a release. You can even use gentle touch as a way of creating safety. When you feel overwhelmed or triggered by financial pressure, place your hand over your heart and say, I am safe, I am supported, I am loved. This simple act tells your nervous system that there is no danger, that life is working with you, not against you. Remember, your body is not in the way. It is the way. When your body feels calm, your decisions come from peace, not panic. Your energy flows freely, and you become more open to the answers you seek. You trust your timing. You make choices from alignment. Breath is another doorway to ease. If fear arises, you can pause and take 3 deep breaths. Feel the breath move through your whole body. Inhale peace. Exhale tension. Inhale trust. Exhale doubt. This is how you reset. This is how you reconnect. Your body is your home. When you treat it with care, when you listen with compassion, you open yourself to receive more love, more joy, more abundance. Because wealth is not meant to live only in your bank account. It is meant to be felt in your cells, in your breath, in your very presence. Now let's look at the way we speak. Our words are creative. Each sentence is a declaration to the universe. If we say, I never have enough, the universe says, as you wish. If we say, money flows to me easily, the universe responds, yes, indeed. You don't need to monitor every word with fear, but you can begin to choose them with love. You can say, I am learning a new language of abundance, and from that place, begin to speak words that support your new story. Try shifting common phrases. Instead of, I can't afford this, say, I'm choosing to wait until the time feels right. Instead of, money doesn't grow on trees, say, opportunities are all around me. This change is subtle, but powerful. You are not denying your reality. You are directing your energy. Speak gently. Speak kindly, especially to yourself. When you catch a harsh thought, pause and say, that's not the story I choose anymore. Replace it with something softer, something true, like, I am doing my best, and that is enough. Affirmations can help train the mind and the tongue. Speak them aloud. Write them. Whisper them. Let them become familiar. I am aligned with the energy of abundance. I speak words of prosperity and joy. My life responds to the language of love. You can also try speaking blessings over your money, your food, your home, your bills. Yes, even your bills. Bless them as evidence that you are alive, supported and trusted to handle life. Say, thank you for the service this bill provided. I pay it with gratitude and grace. This shift turns every transaction into a ritual of abundance. Every word becomes a building block of your new experience. And little by little, your life rearranges to reflect your truth. Now let's bring it all together into simple daily rituals. These are not chores. These are sacred acts of self-love. They remind you of who you are and what you are allowing into your life. Each morning, before the world pulls your attention away, take one quiet moment. Place your hands on your heart and say, today, I choose peace. Today, I welcome abundance. Today, I remember that I am loved. You might keep a small journal by your bed. Write down 3 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be big. Even something as gentle as sunlight on the wall or a moment of stillness counts. Gratitude softens the heart and opens the gates of receiving. Create a little wealth corner in your home if it feels good. A space where you place things that represent abundance to you. A candle, a crystal, a coin, a loving note to yourself. Visit that space when you want to reconnect to your power. Before sleep, bless your day, even if it wasn't perfect. Say, thank you for the lessons, the love, the growth. I rest knowing that life is unfolding in divine order. These small practices, done consistently, change your vibration. They remind you of your connection to something bigger, something beautiful, something wise. And when doubt visits, as it sometimes will, greet it gently. Offer it a seat at the table, but don't feed it your power. You can say, I see you. I understand. But today, I choose trust. There will be days when it feels easy and days when it feels heavy. That is part of the journey. But through it all, you are never alone. You are always guided, always loved, always held. Even when things don't go as planned, even when delays come, even when you feel uncertain, the energy of life continues to move in your favor. Trust that. Trust that unseen hands are arranging things for your highest good. There's a difference between forcing and allowing. When we force, we push against the flow. When we allow, we partner with it. You don't need to hustle your way to miracles. You only need to say yes, to be available, to be open. Your timing is divine. Your journey is sacred. And every step you take, every soft breath, every kind word, every quiet moment of choosing love over fear draws miracles to you. Say with me now, I trust the timing of my life. I release the need to control. I welcome miracles in their perfect season. Let those words become a song inside you. Let them echo through your day. And now, dear heart, let's come to rest. You have done enough. You are enough. You don't need to rush. You don't need to strive. You are already aligned more than you know. Let this be your truth. Wealth is not a destination. It is a way of being. It is in your breath, your joy, your kindness, your openness. You attract it not by chasing, but by becoming. The more you love yourself, the more you trust life, the more you soften your thoughts, the more you welcome what is already yours. And so we end where we began, with love. Say softly, I am worthy. I am abundant. I am open. I am ready. And all is well in my world. Yes, it is. It truly is.